Favorite song when I was a child. I was in the kids' choir singing this.
Oh, you made me feel like I'm in the fifth grade again. We love that
You
song.
know, I often feel misunderstood.
Do you now? Now, why is that? Now,
I don't know. How you doing? How you doing?
friggin' good, friggin' good. I'm
That
like
was good to
you.
see
That
you. It's
song brings back good memories, childhood
doesn't that
memories.
song, and you know what I love about that song? There are a few songs I remember from childhood,
Uh-huh.
but nothing captures Little Whimsy more
Oh,
than that song, don't you think?
I think so.
Oh, I'm a you know, I can be all cranky. Yeah, I can be cranky and rant and rave because I pursue justice absolute,
Yes,
right?
you do. You're a woman with a cause, a mission, and
Yes.
you do believe in justice and principles.
Yes, and curing my allergies. That was also a big journey. Yes.
Yes, congratulations. How is that
Thank
going?
you. Well, there's still I tested 5 out of 5 for pollen rosin.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. I mean, ironic to be allergic to the very thing you love so much.
Well, and not diagnose what the problem was for 5 months. But listen, I just played the violin, and it still has some of the pine rosin on it. So I do cough. I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have to put a mask on and clean it.
Yeah, well, at
But I,
least you know what it is.
because it's that is how sensitive I am to it. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. I'm gonna, but it would be like me allergic to my cat. You know, that would be the
No,
worst.
I'm actually allergic to her too, but it's not as bad as pine. Pine is like my main. So people were scared, but yeah. So I still have it in the house, like it's still around. It's hard to get rid of.
You know, it's ironic you're allergic to pine, because pine pycnogenol is actually a powerful anti-inflammatory. So it's ironic you're
Well, the problem is getting it in my lungs. It's not if I were to ingest it, it would be fine. It would be an antimicrobial. It could even help with some digestive. We use
yeah.
different resins to treat certain conditions. It's an anti-parasitic, and the plant uses the resin in order to protect itself from being attacked by
Mhm.
parasites, which is why one of the reasons why we use it as an antimicrobial. So ingesting it is it's an irritant in my lungs,
Yeah.
and that
Well,
was
I'm
what was the
glad you're
problem.
addressing it at least. Whimsy.
Yeah, thank you. And but let's talk about Thanksgiving before we do the empath's prayer. What are your plans?
Well, my plans are kind of up in the air right now,
Oh,
literally up in the air. I was going to drive down to Palm Springs to visit my dear friends Stephanie and Tammy, the sisters who are both therapists. One's a
yes, the therapist. Uh-huh. And their show, let's go ahead and give a shout out to their channel. It's
uh,
Nobody's Perfect.
Nobody's perfect.
Are
Yes,
they
that's
still doing Nobody's Perfect?
they do it sporadically, not as much as
Mhm.
they used to. They've been very, very busy. They just moved to a new home where it's more affordable. They have like 3 times the house for about a third of the cost that
Oh,
they,
wow.
so they sold their house in Encino, moved down there, and I was invited to be a guest. But when I said it's literally up in the air, there are currently 70-mile-per-hour high winds all throughout that area. And I got
Oh
a
my
message this
gosh.
morning saying, because I have a little Miata convertible.
Yes, I've been in that car
Yes,
many
I know you
times.
have. So a little convertible top is not, in a lightweight car, is not good to have in 70-mile-per-hour winds.
Oh
So
no.
I don't
No,
know
no, no.
whether or not. We may be just having a Zoom conference. We'll sit there with our turkey and Zoom, but we'll see. But
Oh, Gavaltic. Well, as many people know, we're here early because I got to catch a train. I'm actually headed to Seattle. I'm going to be with my godchildren
Happy for you.
and my dear friend Darlene Christopher, who is an amazing psychic out of, she's the love doctor. She's the love psychic out of.
Yeah. Oh, I want to hear all about that.
Well, we used to work together at Know Thyself, Love Thyself bookstore as psychic readers. And that was over 30 years ago. I think that was in like 1996 or something. But we've been very close, best buddies ever since. And I'm the godmother of her children. So,
Cool.
and they have tasted my cooking, of course.
You're a wonderful cook. I know that for sure.
Yes, I've fed many things. But also smoothies. I've made you smoothies. So the tradition is I go and I get to see my godkids and I cook. I do all the cooking because I actually enjoy doing the cooking.
Oh yeah, well, you know something, I love my family dearly, but I also look at friends as family. The friends are the family we choose, and so Stephanie and Tammy, I've just had a tradition going back Christmases, Thanksgivings, forever and ever. And it, it's fun because we don't get dressed up. We're in our sweat clothes and jeans and what have you, and just have a feast and watch old movies and relax for the day. It's heaven.
Oh, wow. That just sounds beautiful. Well, why don't we go ahead? We'll do the empath's prayer. Would you like that? Bring some good love and vibration here for everybody while people find the stream. I think a little people are, we're a little smaller today because I know a lot of people are doing their holiday travel right now. And also we're earlier than usual. But I feel we'll still get a nice crowd. Does everybody think that? Yeah. Let's go ahead. And we might close a little bit earlier today because I have not completed my packing and my train leaves at 3:05. So,
well, too bad I can't virtually help you pack.
All right, let's do the empath's prayer. Let's come together, everybody. Okay. I want to call on white light protection for myself and this community as we ask permission from Spirit to access the Akashic records. We call on our spirit guides and our good angels to be with us. Please give us the clarity and the wisdom needed to empower all of us on our journeys, to make the best decisions for ourselves, our families, the planet, the people we love, but also to help those that we may have strife with. And together, collectively, as a community, we say, Amen.
Amen. I love that prayer.
Me too. What you drinking today, honey?
Would you believe coffee?
Oh, that's actually nice. And I see you've got a beautiful design by the amazing designer, our very own creative director, the unbelievable Debbie Brady.
Irrepressible Debbie Brady. Yes. Design mug and this T-shirt I am wearing with you and me on it. If people can see.
Very nice. I'm actually wearing one too, but I got a little cold. So I put on my everyone because I've been a little chilly. But as you can see when I pull it up, here I am. Yeah.
Ah, whoa. And there's Mila.
I got one with you and me, and I got one with Mila.
Yeah. I got to get Debbie to do one with me with Sasha, my Siamese.
I think that we have to do like a family Christmas portrait or something. Have Debbie commission her to do something that has like the whole family,
Oh, yeah, that would.
Which would be you, me, Mila, and Shylock the Crow, who often will show up and,
Yeah. Well, I think Sasha might want to be in there. Sasha the Siamese.
I think so too. Now, listen, I got a question for you. Have you started the book yet?
No, I haven't.
That's okay. You've got a long weekend. Though I'm working. I'm working starting Friday. People are booking up. If you need, I am working. I'm going to cook a meal. I'm going to stay at home. I'm going to putter around the house in Seattle and do some card readings. So. So people are calling in. I actually have a very nice Friday usually after Thanksgiving because my clients will often come in and I have my own little shindig in Seattle when I go to visit. Like I have they give me the whole run of the house, man. It's fantastic. But so that's what I'll be. Yeah. And then I think we'll do some dinners. We'll visit Alki Beach. We'll go to a couple different places. It'll be nice.
I tell you, the one thing I would not want to do is go to a shopping mall the day after Thanksgiving. Oh my God, those crowds and the park.
I have seen people tear clothing, which and that just disgusts me. I
Well,
mean, we've all seen it. Everybody go to the Ross sales and you see women literally tearing at come on, folks, man, you can buy it online. You don't have to act like that.
well, hopefully more and more people are doing that. But anyway, you were going to discuss this.
Yeah. So as many. This is not like The View. We're not that. We were actually talking. You and I were talking about the fact that we are so much different than like regular stuff on TV because we're just like ourselves.
Yeah, exactly, and that's our
Like,
call.
yeah, that's the way we do it here. But anyway, so we have a book of the month club. We're very excited. I am so. Can I tell you how excited I am about this book and why I picked this book?
Yeah, tell us.
First off, it's an indie book notable award winner for 2014. It's written by Shelley Winters, who I don't know what's going on with her. Sharon, I want to interview you next week. She is we're doing the get together every. At the end of the month, we do a reading, and I think it's the 27th, right? Is that correct? When we're and it's nice when you can get the author to come and read or share their ideas about the book. But basically, this is about capturing life on the streets of Shanghai, the culture, the food, the music, the art. But, I think we learn so much about people by smelling and tasting the food and smelling the fragrances and all of that. And during the time of Thanksgiving, isn't it all about coming together as family? And people are people,
Well, I just wanted to say I'm very sensitive to energy, as we both are. And I pick it up from books. Just opening the pages, I feel energy in this. It's good. I mean that very sincerely.
I will take it. Yeah, I'm going to take it with me, and it'll be my reading over Thanksgiving. Cuddle up with, you got your pies and all the other yummy stuff I'm going to be making, and then we live on the leftovers. We cuddle with a blanket. We're a simple family. We watch movies.
Oh, that sounds like heaven.
Yeah, and we'll probably do some day trips. We like to go to the country. We go to places like different little islands and things. And I'll probably I'm going to still be working a little bit, but and read a good book, man. What could be better than that for Thanksgiving?
Yeah. Oh, we just had a question. Can you tell us the title and author again?
Absolutely. It is called. Do I have it on? Oh, it's backwards.
Yeah. No, I think mine is I think we're both forward. Shelley Winters, Cutted Chicken Shanghai. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Video mirror. No, I got to do it that way.
Oh, I think you just no. You got it right still. Looks good.
No, I switched it. Now it's right.
Okay.
Cut Chicken Shanghai by Shelley Winters. Yeah. And it's about the culture and everything of Shanghai. And the reason I picked it because it's Thanksgiving, you got to have that going on.
Okay. Well, anyway,
all right. So.
Month sessions with authors.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, you said I love doing these end of the month sessions with authors. It's a real treat when you've read the book and then you get to actually be face to face with them and talk. I feel like I get as much of an experience out of it as anyone doing that.
Yeah, I'm glad. So, new details emerging. I don't know if people need to see the cover or if people have already heard the cover. I think we could actually, I want to hold off on the heavy duty stuff. I want to get to you first.
Okay.
What's the story with this gossip about Brad Pitt that's coming out?
Well, there's more allegations that he's been an abusive father. He of course shares 6 children with his ex-wife.
I don't see a painting today. Did you not?
There's a painting. Yes.
I don't see it.
Well, no.
Oh my God, that's incredible! Oh my God, she's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so before we get into the news, talk to me about, because I heard something about it yesterday and I was kind of taken aback by it. So tell me what the rumor is about Brad Pitt.
Well, the rumor has been that, and I certainly know this from living in LA all these years, that, a lot of celebrities live behind manufactured facades, PR, playing them up to be these holier than thou people who walk on water and saints. And usually nobody can live up to that. Well, they're just stories that Brad maybe was not so happy adopting all of those, having children and adopting children with Angelina. And apparently the children are getting old enough now to start speaking out. The oldest, I believe his name is Pax. I
Uh-huh.
think
Uh-huh.
the one that he was the one that Angelina adopted, I believe, in Cambodia when he was 3 years old. And of course, now he's a young adult. And there was supposedly a posting on Father's Day that was
Uh-huh.
very sarcastic
Oh,
and
really?
really putting Brad down for being a big hypocrite. And I forget the wording of it. I'm paraphrasing it terribly, but it was not complimentary at all. It almost reminded me of Ronan Farrow, who turned publicly against his quote unquote father, Woody
Yes,
Allen.
yes.
Very much in defense of his mother, Mia Farrow. And of course,
Right.
there are rumors that Woody Allen is not really his father, it's Frank Sinatra, but that's
Oh,
another story.
God.
Yeah, I know. It's a tawdry little business, isn't it? But but there's also allegedly some people in the know who have been around them in their circles saying, yeah, Brad hasn't been the greatest father. I know, as far as it being abusive, I don't know what that entails. I hope to God
So
not.
are they saying, okay, I heard a brief comment. This is very, very brief, that Pax had accused Brad Pitt of being so abusive, the younger children tremble in fear in
Oh
his
my God.
presence. Is that true? Did you hear that rumor?
I think I did read that. But again, this is all alleged. We don't know what the facts are, but yes, that has been stated publicly. And I think it was Pax who said that.
So are they saying it was when he was drinking? Was he an angry drunk? And because I know isn't he clean and sober now? I mean,
I
what am I
believe
missing
so.
here?
I can't say that with any authority. I don't know all the circumstances, but it based on that posting, airing dirty laundry in public like that, things are clearly not good. And of course, Brad and Angelina have been, they've been apart for years. They're both my neighbors,
Can you show the
close
picture?
neighbors.
We want to see the painting. You keep covering it. We can't see.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to talk about.
Talk and show us the painting at the same. Oh God, it's so beautiful. Okay, now tell me the story about. Tell
Okay.
us the story about. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, in a kind of sort of roundabout way, the two of them are my neighbors here in Las Feliz. Angelina Jolie lives about 5 minutes down the road from me in the former Cecil B. DeMille 32-room mansion in a heavily gated community.
Huh.
I live in my tiny little apartment 5 minutes in the other direction. So it's kind of ironic. My sister keeps saying to me I should go down there with a basket of welcome wagon muffins. I think I would be greeted by attack dogs. A team of helicopters would come out shooting at me. I don't
You
know.
can tell them that you work for the Oracle of Whimsy.
Yes, maybe I could.
Yeah.
And anyway, Brad Pitt lives up in the hills here. I'm told like 5 minutes in the other direction. I don't know the exact location, but he bought some iconic mid-century architectural landmark and claimed it as his own. And the reason was supposedly so he would be near the children and Angelina. Anyway, that was what was given. And I always have a big laugh when I get to say they're my neighbors. Las Feliz is a strange neighborhood because it's probably
Yeah.
the only one in America where you've got movie stars and middle class living practically side by side.
Yeah. Okay, so now if it's okay with you, I'd like to ask a couple questions about the painting.
Okay.
Make sure everyone can see it.
Okay.
First off, when was this? When was it done? When was this piece done?
Well, I was doing this thing for a while on social media. I fell behind on it, but I thought it was a great way to promote myself to do portraits for celebrities' birthdays. And Angelina, the Gemini that she is, her birthday was in early June. And I found out about it and I did this the same day and had it ready for that evening to post. I I think she's a lovely woman. She's a magnificent actress. There's no question about
She's
that.
very strong. She's
Oh,
like a queen, isn't she?
very strong. And of course, she's also a big philanthropist, a true humanitarian. She goes out in the world. She puts her money where her mouth is. So I do respect that about her. I have no doubt she's a complicated person, just as Brad Pitt is. There's so much we don't know. Um, I question how much we can talk about, but that is very much in the news. So
Yeah.
that makes
So
it
you said she was a Gemini, and that's interesting because people that know her, like her ex-husband, said that she is a genius, that she is an insane genius. But he meant it in a Billy Bob Thornton. He said she's a genius.
Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah.
She's mad and she's mad brilliant. So
Oh
I
my
think if
God.
you're that beautiful, you're that talented, and you're that much of a powerhouse producer, executive, genius, and who can touch her?
Well, there's a reason she's one of the biggest female stars in Hollywood, a huge box office
She's
draw.
stunningly beautiful and she's brilliant. I mean, what's not to like?
Yes, because I've studied acting for many years. I recognize what I see. She is extraordinary. She just has this quality. It's almost a bit like what Greta Garbo had, what she
Mhm.
could do with her eyes, just the subtlest of expressions, just that energy and power that she has in her soul. She always brings that to the screen.
Excuse me. How long did it take you to complete the work? This
I
particular
think I
work?
did this maybe 4 to 6 hours.
Uh-huh.
You can probably tell it's not as detailed as some of my pieces because I did it quickly. I was trying to get it ready for her birthday to
Right.
post.
Okay. And then how did you do it? Did you do it with how did you make the paint?
It's the usual technique. I sketch it out first, and then I paint it with watercolor, and then I go over it with colored pencils, and that's what gives it the tightness of the detail. And of course, you can see all the strands of hair that I drew individually with pencils.
So if somebody wanted to purchase this, they can reach out to you, Chuck
Oh,
Dransfield, right?
absolutely.
How do they reach you if they need to commission you for a painting?
Well, they can contact my manager, Debbie Brady. They can go to my Gmail, dransfieldchuck@gmail.com. They can go to my website, chuckdransfield.com. I can I can be found.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And this painting is for sale, or are you just doing
Oh,
prints?
very much for sale, very much so. Oh, someone just said here, that painting makes me wish you'd do my makeup. I don't know if I'd be very good at applying makeup. I know how to do paint. I could try it.
What are they saying here, Chuck? Can you read these
Well,
comments for
said
me?
my mom was like that. Everyone said she looked like a movie star. That's true for me also. Whimsy, I showed you a picture of my mother when she was younger, didn't I?
Oh, yes.
My
Yes,
mother looked
she looked like a movie star.
she looked like Ava Gardner.
Yes, she did.
She really did. But you know who my mother used to get told she looked like? And this was back when Shelley Winters used to be thin and young and glamorous. She heard all the time that she looked like Shelley Winters back in the glamour days.
Right.
And I don't know if I should go into a quick story or not, or we need to move on, but I've got a great one.
If it's fast, yes.
It's real fast. Okay. I had a friend who knew Shelley Winters very well. She was a student of her when Shelley was teaching acting, and it was Shelley's 85th birthday party. And I said, "Would you do me a favor? Would you take a picture of my late mother when my mother was really young and looked like her? Would you give this to Shelley?" Shelley was handed the picture of my mother at her 85th birthday party and went, "Oh my God, that's Shirley Shrift when she first came to Hollywood." She loved it, and she wanted to know if there was a way to call my mother. And of course, my mother had passed on years before. But wouldn't that have been thrilling if my mother had gotten a phone call from Shelley Winters? I could have.
Yeah,
Anyway, I just wanted to tell that real
that
quick.
is beyond
I know
cool.
we need to move on.
Never Too Late to Dream says that evidently Zahara, the younger daughter, gave her sorority acceptance, during which she said her last name was Jolie and not Jolie Pitt.
Wow.
I mean, it's just
Yeah,
sad. I guess families have their stuff,
of
right?
course. Well,
And
I have a very good friend who does not want to use his father's last name. He took his mother's maiden name for that similar reason.
that's
That's a
yeah.
prerogative to have. But I wasn't aware that she did that in her graduation acceptance. That says volumes right there.
Yeah. Okay, so this is something that came up last week. We were asked if we could throw cards on the hostages. I thought I'd just show people that CNN now is talking about the details that are starting to emerge. Israel-Hamas hostage deal. Have you heard about this, Chuck?
I haven't heard a whole lot about it. Honestly, I haven't had time to watch a lot of the news, so I had to catch up with you today, but I'm very intrigued.
They're basically looking at a 5-day ceasefire, and I guess Israeli hostages will be released daily, like something like 12 or more hostages over the next 5 days, and they must be Israeli. So before they were releasing people who had dual citizenship.
Yeah. I certainly hope the ceasefire will be honored.
I think it will be. I think usually these things are honored. And it looks like they're releasing, last I heard it was 150 youth, women and youth. But people have to understand that that some of the youth being held are being accused of murder. We're talking about 16-year-olds with guns, 15-year-olds who have like gun people. So when we speak about youth, we're talking about youth in wartime.
Yeah.
When everybody has a rifle. So we have to kind of it's a sad situation, but it looks like they're very close to a deal.
I'm thinking this is going to affect young men and young women. It used to be boys. Now it's the girls too who are in combat.
Yes. Yeah. And we just hopefully it'll be a lasting peace. So maybe we'll do some blitzes. Do you want to do some blitzes, Chuck?
Sure, let's do that.
Are we up to date with everything? I
was looking at comments here to see if we have anything, if anybody wants to ask us something just specific.
Well, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the hostage? I know you've got your cards, you've got your oracle cards, but let's see first. We'll check again to see if they're going to be released. Yes or no. You can check your pendulum, and also a couple of oracle cards to see if we have any more information about it. That'll be fun.
Are the hostages going to be released? Whimsy, I get a yes.
You do?
Yes. Yeah. I was relieved to see that.
What happened?
I said I was relieved to see that. When I held the pendulum, it wasn't moving, and then it started to go in the direction of yes.
Well, didn't they? The news coverage that's I've been seeing is so insane. People's comments that don't understand war, and there's been some really weird comments, and bizarre accusations against Israel. It's like, who do you people think we are anyway, man? It's like, it's like they don't. It's just very strange, some of the rumors going around. But okay, let's take a look here. Let's see, hostages. But just like very anti-Semitic, dark suspicions lurking, and it's like, who do you think we are?
Yeah,
it's very strange.
It is.
Okay, it's a maze. What's interesting also is the maze is kind of like a tunnel, and they're in the tunnel, right? And it's so weird that they're showing us tunnels underground.
Like escape tunnels.
It just creeps me out, these cars. They just blow my freaking mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just, you throw something out into the universe, and then you get the weirdest response. People underground in tunnels. You see that?
Yeah, I see that. I see that. That's uncanny.
And then here we have the stork coming, which would indicate that they'll be taken. Now, Hamas is going to attempt to escape or flee. I did a remote, and I want to talk a little bit about this remote. It looks like part of the deal that Israel's going to create could be safe exit for Hamas fighters.
Yeah.
That could be it. In plain words, if there's a way for them to get on a boat and get the hell to Algeria or wherever, that could be something that Israel allows. You want to continue to fight during the ceasefire, or do you want to hop on the boat and live to fight another day? And I think that there are many that will hop on the boat to live to fight another day. And there's a lot more I could say and would like to say about it, but we have the hostages being returned, and as I had said before, the fox flees the war. He flees to fight another day. Whether or not it was the right decision to release those people, will they grow up to be future terrorists? It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
We always you think they're children, and then
Yeah.
10 years later, you have the owl of death also. So there's still more fighting here. The final outcome, the owl is also be wise.
Yeah.
And the final outcome is happy hobby homes. The latest now is that the people of Gaza will not be allowed to ever return to North Gaza at this point, or they're not going to come back to North Gaza because it's not livable. So they're currently starting to think about safety zones, which is the idea of the creating for people who are law-abiding citizens that they can begin to move into areas known as safe zones and get what they need. And it kind of goes back to, hopefully they can think about an oasis or bringing in some kind of benign dominance where we can go in and be a force for good. What I call benign dominance.
Yeah.
You take control of a situation that's out of control, and then with compassion, you control the situation. And that is probably how this will end. Or, hobby homes is great, though. It means that eventually people will rebuild.
Well, that's good.
But,
That's good.
yeah, it's a tough going.
If I may ask, are you seeing this just for the present situation with the hostages, or you're seeing this in the overall bigger picture?
The overall bigger picture is, I think, the Oasis concept where Palestinians and Jewish people can do industry and business goes back to what the original vision of a kibbutz was anyway. It was never supposed to be a segregated country club. And that's, I think, very offensive to people who live on the West Bank, that we're having these little country clubs and you don't get to be a part of it.
Right.
And the original vision of Golda Meir and Ben Gurion and the people that founded Israel, it was, loyalty to Klal Yisrael, the nation, and a safe haven for Jews fleeing oppression. And those industries would be mixed, that they would include Palestinian Muslims, Christians, and that we would come together to create an oasis in the desert. And that was going to be the nation of Israel. Yeah. And so I think that what I'm saying is that we need to not reinvent the wheel and just go back to the original prime directive. Yeah. These oases can be built with a combination of Israeli funding from our government, foreign investing, but also investing by wealthy industrialists in Israel who want to get people back to work. And you can build oases in the West Bank. They can be under Israeli authority, or they can be under Egyptian authority in Sinai, or Palestinian authority in the West Bank. It doesn't matter. The concept of an oasis is, let's get people safe and back to work, and let's build a country.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
And it's not my idea, by the way. I mean, there's nothing original here. There's nothing original, because
just going back to
the Bedouins. Yeah, the Bedouins. Look at Abraham Avinu. Abraham, he had to leave Iraq. He left his family. He went to Israel. How many Jews were there? Him and his wife Sarah, right? Yeah. And he had a couple of employees. He built the first kibbutz. He put his tent out there. It had 4 doors. You want to come, 4 openings. You want to come eat? That was a Bedouin. And as long as you put your weapons down, you'll have a safe haven. You can come here and have safe harbor.
Yeah.
It ain't broke, why fix it? Let's go back to the basics.
Go back to the basics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of us are saying our prayers right now. Watching great concern. And you, of course, you're going to be doing your part soon.
Yes, because as you know, I am officially Israel's very own Tokyo Rose.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
I like the Toki part.
The Toki.
I am your Tokyo Rose, Israel. I am your Tokyo Rose, your Toki.
I have to say, that's clever, Whimsy. I wouldn't have thought of that Toki.
It's called benign dominance, babe.
Oh, as you're holding Mila's stuffed rabbit.
That is which was washed, by the way. So back to serious business, though. I think that what we have to do is we have to talk about what's happening, and I think we should all laugh. That is my protest. You see, I don't carry weapons. So, I'm not violent. I'm not capable. But My name, Whimsy in Hebrew, translates as humor, mashuna, strange humor. That's how much I
Well,
translate mashuna. Yeah,
I was just saying,
strange humor.
if
So
I may say this,
I fight for Israel with Whimsy.
if I may say this, you do so with your
Yeah,
disarming.
I'm your Tokyo Rose. Yeah. So listen, this is the guy that I just want to go on record. Got to get semi-serious here. This is the guy that's trying to kill Whimsy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, when I look at the guy that's trying to kill me, I wanted to see. I am beyond the fear and anger. I'm now curious. I mean, you get a good look at this guy, right? I mean, my first thought when I get a good look at this guy is, first off, did his wife steal the blow dryer? I mean, every time I see the guy, he's walking around in a bathrobe and a bath mat on his head. I mean,
Oh,
he looks to me. Oh, am I making fun of the Nazis? See, this is the recent version of Hitler. But yes, so I'm thinking the guy looks like he's mad at his wife because she borrowed the blow dryer or something.
definitely having a bad.
I just think that if you're going to rule the world, you should at least get dressed first. I don't know.
Well, yeah, and you have to know how to accessorize.
Yeah. What's what they
Rivers would have said.
I mean, but yeah, so it's a bath mat on the head, that stern look. I don't know. His wife, whoever, give him back the damn blowed hair dryer. Let him
give him back something. Put him in a better mood.
mean, just so
Yeah.
pathetic. But that is the situation. That is the guy who seems to be frightened of old Jewish ladies with diverticulitis. I don't know.
Well, we know how terrifying you can be, Whimsy.
I figured I was going to go pick a few tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm continuing to treat my diverticulitis with sage tea.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just sit there waiting by whatever hole they come out of, the Hezbollah come out of, and I'll sit there. I'll be here. I'll have my little maybe I'll bring my guitar.
Yeah.
I'll have my little whatever, and I'll just ask them to please explain why. Why would you want to hurt Whimsy?
Yeah. Are you bringing your violin?
I was actually. What is that song? Where does it come from? That goes na 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 na.
Godfather?
What is it?
Is that from The Godfather?
Where does it go? I was working on it.
No, wait, no, excuse me. I heard the melody wrong. I think that's. Are you thinking from Love Story? Actually, I had my early 70s.
Oh, is that it? Love Story. I was looking for it.
I just heard you do a few bars there.
Oh, is it Love Story?
It might be.
I was thinking that I was like, I could hang out in Galilee waiting for the Hezbollah fighters. I'll stand right by the hole because I guess they're digging in there.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, hello.
Yeah.
I am Israel's very own Tokyo Rose. Nice to meet you. My name is Whimsy. My Hebrew name is Hannah Sarah Sharon. Thank you very much. And no, I will answer any of your questions about my people. But I think we have to laugh. I think the way for us to get past this, us regular people, is we've got to show the world how utterly absurd it is.
Yeah, I think so. And
to waste your life, that precious gift that God has given you, trying to do, trying to hurt other people is just beyond my comprehension.
I think everybody here would agree with you there.
Have you ever? And did you see the crowd? Did you see the crowd when the head of Hezbollah was talking?
I believe I did see some of that footage.
Let me see if I can show this. I mean, these folks. Let me see if I can show you all. I was looking at their pictures when they were sitting there, and I felt so sorry for them because, like, some of them are holding up the pictures of dead family members. You see that? "Oh, this person died, that person died,"
Yeah.
and I'm thinking, "Well, then you should go home and love your family and be a good person,
Right.
and not go you're going through all of that to 'cause you wanna hurt Whimsy?
Oh,
Come on now.
yeah, come
Those
on.
people wanna hurt Whimsy.
Oh, no,
Now we
no,
gotta get the mantra going.
not
Save me. Save
bro, bro.
me. That's
Yeah,
what we gotta do. We gotta get the mantra going.
that's a
All
good
right. So, yeah, why do people hurt people? I don't know. So, next question people wanna know is, will we see a de-escalation in the war with Iran? Will joking aside,
yeah.
are we gonna see an end to this, or is it gonna get better or worse? Uh,
Well, I
is
need
it
to ask
gonna
you a question.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I need one question at a time.
Is the war gonna end soon?
Ordered is, I'm getting a no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, you're right.
that. Yeah, I'm getting
It's a madhouse. That's why I think, the owl, right? Harbinger of death, but also wisdom, TikTok. There is a bridge to safety they're creating, but you can see that it's a madhouse.
well. Can I throw something? I got suffering in the world. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just pulled a random card, and I think that's self-explanatory. But please go on. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I was just gonna say calla lilies of death too. So, I mean, are we gonna see an end of Iranian leadership anytime soon? That's what I'd like to know.
We're going to see an end of Iranian leadership anytime soon. Oh my God, I'm getting a no. I got a no on that, Whimsy.
Um,
Maybe the phrasing of it, anytime soon.
it's a madhouse.
Yeah.
Card of the madhouse.
Yeah.
Examining ways to dismantle it. Here's the Christian fish again. I think the US and Saudi Arabia are going to get involved. I think Saudi Arabia is going to hit the Houthi from Yemen, just like they have in the past. The Houthi are coming and Wagner's coming because Putin is partially behind this. It's coming out now that Hamas was meeting secretly with Putin in Russia.
Yeah.
Now I think it's starting to come out. That was my first gut reaction when I heard this was, okay, Russia's behind this entire thing, trying to break up what we can economically do. But it's also because he wants that trade route. He genuinely wants control over these Western trade routes. Yeah, but basically, the problem with dismantling leadership in Iran, from what I'm seeing, is the dog of loyalty. So I think, but the fact that this is coming in also leads me to think the fun house that they're going to start creating chaos. And when that happens, when you take out leadership and start spreading rumors, you've got chaos on your hands.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that that's what we'll start to see.
Yeah. Well, it's just tragic. I don't know. Should we segue to a different question, or would you rather stay?
Yeah. No, we can. Colleen, I think we should.
Colleen, more than one have asked this question. Can you see it? Any insight about the drama with open AI employees in the wake of the board firing the CEO, Sam Altman, and his being hired by Microsoft?
All right. You want to do some oracle cards on that?
Yeah, let me see. I was just there was another phrasing of the question also. Yeah, about the head of AI now working for Microsoft. What happens? Well, I'm just gonna shuffle these and see what comes up. You know what came up? I don't know quite what to make. I got imagination card. Like this could be leading to some reinvention, some sort of creativity, something could be coming out of this. I don't know. That's just the hit I get from the imagination. But what are you getting from your cards?
Well, I mean, uh, I don't think Microsoft has a lot of confidence in this individual. You know, he quits
Yeah.
and then it's a roll of the dice. But you've got chitter chattering of mice. Like, what the heck is going on here? It's almost like they tried to dismantle his power more than give him a job. I'm almost feeling like it's you hire somebody that threatens you so that they no longer threaten you. It has that aspect. Night and day, the two roads diverge, but you've got this lock and key. So Microsoft will eventually begin to expand into other areas.
Well, I think that's what I'm getting about imagination. There's something about new creative blood,
Yeah.
something invention. I think that's what I'm picking up when I got that imagination card, and I think that perhaps ties in with what you just said.
Yeah, I think it keys in nicely also
Yeah.
with this idea of two roads diverging. And yes, so that was from Love Story. See, I had no idea
Yeah.
where that
Well, I
came
picked up that was Love Story. At first, I thought because it sounded a little like the theme from The Godfather when you were doing those first few bars, but both early 70s films. But
Wait a minute, what is the Godfather song? What's that one like?
oh, I'm trying to even remember it now. It reminded me.
Oh,
It's very
I can't remember how it goes.
and ominous. The theme from Love Story is a little nicer, more pleasant, even though that's a tragic story also. My question, did Bibi and Trump have something to do with the Israeli-Gaza war to hurt Biden's numbers?
No, I don't think that that was it. I think that what happened was that Putin was meeting with Hamas. He supports Hamas.
Yeah.
People, I don't know what Israel was thinking. He's a member of a ultra orthodox extremist sect of the Russian Orthodox Church that has not been friendly to the Jewish people. They're rabidly anti-Semitic historically. The Church of Russia has a horrible history on its hand, and the head of that was the Tsar. The Tsar, just like you had the official Church of England with the king. I mean, you had the Tsar and his relationship. He wasn't the head of the church; he was the religious head. But it was this idea of having a state-sanctioned church is a big deal with Putin, and the idea that he has some relationship with the state-sanctioned Russian church, and the fact that the Russian church that he has the most orthodox interpretation or group, notoriously anti-Semitic. It doesn't surprise me that he was meeting with Hamas and probably told Israeli security the same thing that they told Ukrainian security. Oh, don't worry about Russia's not going to attack. Hamas is not going to attack. They're just doing exercise maneuvers. It's almost as if we were lulled into confidence because we had faulty intelligence. And if so, from who? From Putin? And how deep does this go in Israeli intelligence that we've got this kind of faulty intelligence potentially coming from some kind of compromise, and it seems to be linked to Putin. That's what I see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know even.
Will they be caught? Let's take a look. What does it say for the future of Netanyahu? Let's take a look.
Will they be caught?
The bad people that allowed this to happen in Israel.
What? I get a yes.
Oh, good.
I get a yes. Let's see what you're getting there.
I mean, it just blows my mind that after this happened, Putin actually offered to negotiate peace with America and Hamas, or Israel and Hamas. That's a true psychopath.
I think so too.
So in terms of what's going to happen with Putin, exposure, how he's going to be dealt with, I always see the same thing, like crack that whip. It's kind of like an aggressive response. I also feel like, if anything, Israel is becoming even stronger despite all of this. The cards you get is like building a Shangri-La. That's like the Oasis. And then we have this solid anchor over the nation. Putin looks like this aspect, like he comes in as cracking this whip, but when you look at the response, it only makes people stronger. It
Wow.
creates this strong positive energy, but you also have this mobilization of people because this is like feeding, chattering, interaction. So, and then look at this, the loyalty of the dog, just how loyal people are to make sure that
Yeah.
peace prevails, that Israel prevails. I see an armistice.
Oh, yeah. Well, we know through centuries of time, adversity does bring out the strength in people and defiance and fighting spirit. And often people are stronger because of adversity. It's all in how you utilize it.
Mhm,
I've had that sense for quite a while. Love seeing how the people of Israel are firmly united.
mhm.
They're standing up and they're fighting. Like, I mean, like what you're doing, even.
Yeah.
You're traveling over there.
I think we'll do one more question. Do you see anything interesting there, Chuck? You wanna do one more before we
Well, I got another question. Is Putin still alive? There are rumors. I know we've addressed that before on other
I think
shows.
he's still alive, yeah.
Yeah, I do too, because we have addressed that. Um, let's see. Someone brought up about no, not the Godfather theme. Let me see if there's any different question here. I'm looking. Does anybody have a question they
John
want?
Weber, will NATO take out Iran with North Korea? I see that question. Why did P. Diddy settle?
Why did he? I don't know.
Escalating with NATO, take out Iran. Let's see if NATO is going to take out North Korea. That'll be our last question.
God, is NATO going to take out North Korea? Wow, I almost hate to ask that. Is NATO going to take out North Korea? It took a while, but it started going in the direction of no. But it was kind of going maybe and then drifted to no. Oh my God, now it's going to maybe again. Now it's going to, it was no. Now I'm getting like maybe no. Like it's still too much up in the air. I'd be curious what you have to say, Whimsy.
I really, I think that what's going on with Gaza is a lesson for how South Korea is going to absorb North Koreans when the wall falls, because they're going to have to deal with the same thing that Israel's dealing with. You've got to deprogram people that are in a cult, a violent cult where they believe that Kim Jong-un is God incarnated, like he's part of a divine dynasty. So
Yeah.
do you want to let people like that vote overnight in South Korea? And the answer is, of course, no. So what you see when you go into this energy is a desire for, initially, if it collapses, they want no, you stay, North Koreans. We're going to help you build your country. There's a fear here by South Korea of taking on the burden of these folks having any control or power of South Korea. And I think it's because of what they're seeing in Gaza. It's like, do we really want to absorb that population overnight? And so instead, this almost looks like, okay, now that you're free, oh no, we don't want us to merge. We want to help North Korea stand on its own 2 feet. And then after 20 years of stabilization, we'll talk about opening that border up. I mean, there's a real fear here. You've got this love over the rainbow, beautiful energy with these diplomats coming in and world peace, but you've also got a real concern here, Moon, about what happens to these people. The level of poverty, the level of mental illness and ignorance. And so it's going to take some time before this is dismantled. It becomes one Korea. And it may never, based on these cards, it may not even be their goal to have it be one Korea at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that surprises me to see that.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
It does. It's just so much to ponder. I'm listening to this and, just a myriad of emotions come over me.
Yeah. Well, the hour is past.
It's been a quick hour.
Well, we're ending about 10 minutes early, but did you have fun, my dear?
I always have fun with you. I love doing this. I know we said we were going to do a short show today, but I guess it's just proof that when you and I start talking, we can't stop. That is a situation that's never changed between us since we first knew each other and worked together about 8 years ago. and used to get in trouble with our boss for talking too much.
And I think the takeaway I wanted to get is that to learn that, laugh at our bullies, have fun. Don't let the bully scare you into not going out and living your life. Yeah, have fun, be your wonderful, beautiful self, and don't let anyone stop you from doing just take necessary precautions. But
Of course.
I think we have to laugh at the bullies rather than letting them terrorize
I
us.
agree. I said to you before the show, I think souls that come here to Earth, Lucille Ball, Charlie Chaplin, Joan Rivers, Robin Williams, those, in my opinion, are highly elevated souls who came to bring laughter to the world, because laughter does heal and it does elevate our spirits. So yes, it is important to make jokes about this.
And it is my protest statement.
Yes, it is. Hallelujah.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for hanging here. Taco Tuesdays with us. If you're trying to get in with the tarot reading with me, please check out information. It's below most of our videos. I haven't put it up below this one, but I will. If you're trying to purchase art from Chuck, please check out his work at chuckdransfield.com or contact his talent manager directly, Debbie Brady. chuckdransfield.com.
Yeah, I was also going to say dransfieldchuck@gmail.com.
Okay.
You can reach me there also. Always happy to reach out.
And then you have a show. Are you doing a show tomorrow night?
Well, I'm probably going to pre-record it tomorrow tentatively, because I'm still hoping the winds will die down and I will be going to visit my friends for Thanksgiving. So it may be live. It will likely be pre-recorded, but Chuck's Captivating Chat live stream every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And there's a chance I will likely be switching it to Mondays coming in December, but we'll get to there later.
Sounds cool. All right, everybody, be kind to all so that all can be kind to you too. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next time. Be well, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye. Don't let the Khomeini kill the Whimsy.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.